All right,
We
now
tend to
let's
follow
get to
them
your
pretty close.
topic.
Yes. Yeah. So.
Spoilers, part 2.
I know we had talked when we were talking earlier about how we have so many things that are coming up that we're excited about when we this episode, and one of them on Saturday drops the beta for Monster Hunter World.
Yes.
I am
Yes.
so excited about.
Yes.
So
Meta got what I was doing there.
Yep.
I've been waiting for this the second
Embossing
I saw the
JPEG.
trailer or them going through the jungle, and I was like, "This has got to be Monster Hunter."
I'm telling you
Yeah.
right now, I already looked up all the weapons, and I already have an idea of what I want to play now.
I haven't looked up the weapons yet.
Well, they're all the
There.
same weapons.
Are they?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll start there. It's all 14 weapons
You
that have been in
spoiled
all the
me.
games.
No.
And the
Yeah,
beta,
they included
actually,
all the weapons in the beta.
all 14 weapons are in the beta.
I'll probably stick with
So-
sword and board.
Yeah, what does everyone want to? Well, I mean, I guess there's only 3 quests in
I
the
don't know.
beta
Ugh.
or the yeah.
3
So-
quests across the different areas.
Yeah, so you can try out different weapons, but what does everyone think they're going to start with?
I'm definitely doing my charge blade. I love the charge blade so much.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm not great with it, but I love it.
That's mostly what I used in the last game for the story.
The charge blade or the switch axe, both of which
Yeah.
are axes that can turn into swords, but the charge blade is like
Sword
sword
and
and
shield.
board. Yeah, sword and shield, where the shield becomes the axe head, whereas
Yeah.
the switch axe is more
The axe
look
is the
these
base
up.
form of the switch axe, and the charge blade, the axe, is the superior version.
right.
What about you, Meadow? Did you say you already know? You looked at it.
Yeah, I looked at the weapons.
I was gonna recommend the long blade to you.
You know what? I actually thought the same thing, and you would be very right in a normal circumstance, but
Because it's a
Then-
giant katana.
it is. It's a giant katana, and gosh damn it, if I don't love that weeaboo katana.
You could say it's a Nodachi.
Yeah, pretty much. But actually, truth be told, the weapon that has me most interested is the heavy bowgun. Oh my
yeah.
gosh. I want to be a mobile artillery platform.
See, I
Gosh
want to try
damn
the
it.
light mode. I just want to just Gatlin someone.
That's the thing. I want to just like take this thing, move around. It's like, oh, you need an artillery strike. By God, I'll bring heaven's justice upon them.
Yeah.
That's all I feel like. Ever since I grew up, I
Yeah.
wanted to be I wanted to be an artillery mech. That's all I wanted to be.
Yeah. You wanted to use artillery to shoot dinosaurs.
I
in the
wanted
face.
to solve my problems by firing at them from miles away and seeing them evaporate in an explosion. All my problems. That's the weapon. But seeing as how that you can actually switch weapons on the fly, I might actually take the longsword if I'm feeling cheeky and want to get
Yeah.
up and close and personal.
Yeah. I think
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
thinking
I
about
don't know
starting
that
out.
You'll be able to. Are you going to be able to switch weapons in the middle of a mission though?
Yeah.
Middle of a mission? No,
Yes.
probably not.
Yes, I looked that up. Apparently, you can. You will be able to switch them in the middle of a
That
mission.
makes me happy.
I'm gonna do
Yeah.
sword and board, lance, or the insect glaive. One of those.
Oh yeah, I quite like the insect blade as well.
It's interesting.
That's what I used 2 games ago, mostly. But yeah, so
I
I'll
just
probably
like
go
it because it
for
reminds me of Zidane.
light blowgun start. What the what? Zidane?
Yeah. Because it's a butterfly sword or whatever.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the model.
Swallow blade, whatever.
The one other thing I actually want to ask, because if I'm going to be a mobile artillery platform, how generally good is support? Because in my eyes, when you're playing something like a supportish, which is what the light bowgun really falls
Yeah.
into the category of, what does that mean in this game? Because I don't know.
You can
Both
like debuff.
bowguns- Yeah, both bowguns will have like trick bullets to fire.
Yeah, whereas heavies is mostly damage oriented. Light is like debuffing and whatnot.
See, that'd be fun.
Doesn't
There's
the
also
heavy bowgun have like a trap?
Play the
they can
hunting
shoot on the
horn
ground?
meta.
I think so. They added special fires to, or like special abilities to the blowguns, and I do think one of the heavy blowguns gets like a special trap shot.
Gotcha.
Because the other one is like it actual call-in artillery shot. Looks like, I think rains down.
Yeah, there's actually like an artillery
Yeah.
shot for it.
And then there's also the hunting horn, which is a melee support weapon where you play notes to do buffs.
Bard.
Dude,
It's Bard with a hammer because the horn
Right,
can be
it's a giant
pretty
hammer
consistent.
practically.
I don't know if I'd be really interested in that.
I
I
love
probably
the-
have to see these in play.
You're super interested in the dual swords, right? Two hands.
Actually, they looked pretty cool.
I'm just giving you
It-
Minamoto
it has-
shit.
it-
I know you're playing the role of Ty right
I
now.
know, I am.
Well, the dual
actually,
blades have a really cool like berserkers.
Yeah. They got a demon mode, I think it's called.
oh my god, that sounds
Yeah,
badass.
demon mode, yeah. It just makes
Yeah,
you go
'cause-
faster and do more
Because
damage.
in
but
Monster
yeah.
Hunter, each weapon has its own mechanics,
Yep.
so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's actually like
Yeah,
the long
it's your
swords. because
class, per se.
I want to say this right now. The longsword, the thing that has me most interested about it is that it has a counter on it, where
Yeah.
apparently there's like a move where you can do a dash and then you'll do a slash afterwards. You'll dash back and slash, but during that time of the dash back, there's a small frame window of time where if the opponent hits you, not only will it immediately charge up like your special gauge for the weapon, but you'll do a very powerful strike back at the target with invincibility frames to the whole thing,
Nice.
which to me is just badass.
I like that. Yeah.
I love weapons that give you counter strikes. I really love counter moves on weapons. It's so satisfying to counter somebody.
Yeah.
So, what are the quests and the worlds that we're going to get to go through in the beta?
So the quests had pulled up.
There
I
are
don't remember.
3
Here it is,
across
yeah.
2 map types.
Yep, the Great Devourer, Great Jargus takes place in the Ancient Forest. That's going to be the first open area, and the Great Jargus, which is kind of this. So the Jargus, anyway, they are kind of like a pack mentality animal. So the Great One is kind of their alpha pack leader. It's the one if you've
They're
if
like
you've
the
seen,
giant velociraptor species, right? Like that's what they kind of look like, the raptors. Like there's like a
sort of.
different. There's the red one, the purple one, the yellow one.
Those are
or
the
something.
Joggy from the previous game.
Right.
They kind of fill the same role. If you've seen any of the gameplay from any of the different shows they've been to, it's the giant like lizard-like thing that can swell up and has like the giant mouth sac thing and swallows some of the things whole. That's the Great Jagras. Like a. It's gonna sound weird. Like a lizard, but in the sense
Oh yeah,
of like the four-legged
it looks
lizard
kind of like an
combined with the-
iguana, actually.
Yeah.
Now that I pulled it up, like a big iguana, or like it's got 2 like hulking front hands or whatever.
Right. The
Oh, yeah.
second level will take you hunting the second new creature that was revealed, the Angenoth, which is this T-Rex looking thing, but its nose has like a whole bunch of the holes to smell really well, and it can like come up and like has even more scent receptors. And so with that one, it's interesting because when you use some of your hiding mechanics, it can still find you because it's sniffing you out. So you got to figure out how to work around that.
Yeah, it really does look like a T-Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one I'm really looking forward to playing. It's going to be one of the earlier large monsters. So, and that also takes place in the Ancient Forest. So those two take place in that world. And the final quest will take place in the desert-like Wildspire Waste, in which you're going to hunt a returning monster this time, the Baroth. A earthen wyvern that likes mud and like rocks to eat ants in the mud, which I find hilarious because it's huge and it eats ants.
Yeah, they have huge rock heads.
Yeah. The Baroth is fun. That one was one fight that I know I would go back to a lot in the earlier games, so I'm hoping they keep a lot of it.
Yep.
They also said that there are 2 really powerful monsters in each area, or 1 in each area, for
really?
people who are looking for a challenge.
Oh, that's going to be us.
Oh, for the beta in addition to those?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Nice.
I think we are going to do
Um,
this for our first attempt to play, right?
I think so.
But yeah. I think 1 is the Rathalos,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the Rathalos
and then
um,
the Diablos.
Yeah.
Diablos.
So the other thing about the game in addition to having a whole bunch of weapons that all play differently, there are so many monsters across all the games. If you don't know Monster Hunter, I guess a little bit late into this to give the basic laydown of the game, you're hunters who go hunt monsters to harvest parts from them to build armor and equipment to hunt bigger monsters. And the fun thing is that every single monster is different. Every monster is unique in their own way, and you have to learn that monster when you go hunting it. So,
Are you telling me I have to fill out a bestiary?
I think they have one.
Oh, this game just became great.
Yeah, if it,
they have
I
a
love
wild one.
bestiaries.
The best thing is that each monster has like their own armor set.
Yeah, you can craft
Fashion
armor and
Souls.
Yeah.
yeah. It is. I love these games for so many reasons. The only problem is that like you will always need like that one part that has like a 1% drop rate, and so you will constantly be farming a mission for it never to drop. That's frustrating. but this brings back 12 different monsters from earlier games. The 4 large monsters, which are the ones people are really interested in, I think. The Barroth, the Diablos, and then the 2 flagship dragons, the Rathalos and the Rathian. But in addition to these 12 returning monsters, they are bringing in 22 brand new monsters. So there's more new than there is returning. And there's 14 large monsters that they're bringing in. So 18 total to hunt for the big hunts.
Yeah, and I wonder. Yeah, they'll probably add some. They'll add hunts via. They've always have free DLC. I don't.
Yep.
They never do paid DLC, except they just basically they make an updated version of that game, and then we'll sell it like a year or two later. So sort of like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they do a lot of free DLC, like hunts and then like special armor and stuff with a lot of different tie-ins. Last game had Yu-Gi-Oh tie-in,
Oh, yeah.
One Piece, Zelda, Street Fighter. So you could get all sorts of different gear and stuff for that. Those.
This one, the PS4 is going to have a unique Horizon Zero Dawn outfit.
Oh yeah, you
and
can
Yeah,
play
you
as
can be
Aloy.
the Aloy. Yep.
The Balcos are interesting. They're like these little cat helper follower things that.
Yeah,
you
if you're
take
not
with
playing
you
with
on
people,
missions.
you can get little cat NPCs.
NPCs, yeah. Yep, and if you clear the beta, you get face paint.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get
And some
face paint,
items.
but then you also get some items that if you don't use in the beta will carry over to the main game for you. So
Yeah, it's like just potions and stuff.
life powder, max potions, and shock traps, and a
Yeah.
few other things.
You can't kick players in the beta. Nor can they join in mid-quest.
It is 4 people. It's parties of 4, I believe it's all.
Okay. Which I think that's what it's always been, but
Yeah, I think so,
couldn't
too.
remember earlier when I asked. But yeah, so I think that they said that there's going to be 6 different male and female presets you can choose from for the beta. But when the actual game drops, I've seen previews of the character editor. Yeah, like there's a good amount to
Yeah,
it,
they said
at
that
least
it's got a
compared to
full
some of the earlier stuff.
Featured detailed character creator in
Yeah.
the actual game.
So.
I can't
I'm
wait.
excited.
Reload tomorrow. Which
Remind me to preload that, please.
Midnight.
it's only like 6 gigs, I think, so pretty tiny.
5.9,
compared.
yeah, 5.9 gigs, and
Okay, that's not bad.
the beta officially opens at noon Eastern Standard Time.
Right.
Pacific.
On Saturday, which
On Saturday,
will have
yeah.
already happened by the time this comes out.
Yep.
Yep.
So
That's
It
true.
goes to the 12th.
Yep.
Which is that Tuesday.
So you'll be listening to this the day the beta ends. So maybe you can listen to this and go home and play it on your PS4 if you sound interested.
Oh yeah, only PS4.
Yeah, PS4 only.
It's only PS4 for the beta.
Yep.
No, I thought the beta was also on
Nope.
Xbone.
PS4 only beta.
Suck it, X-Bone. Yeah, you know by now that I like to crap on Microsoft. So yeah, I'm so looking forward to this.
Yep.
It's gonna be fun. It'll be a new nice 4-player game for us to play, and like I said,
I think, yeah, it'll be very nice to play. Plus, it won't be a PvP game, which means we can relax and be idiots instead of attempting to actually.
Yeah.
exactly. You
Be
can watch
serious
us
about
like
something.
grind our
serious
heads
and be
against
idiots.
these monsters.
Yeah, I mean, we're still idiots even when we're serious, but at least we're not serious idiots. That we just look bad.
Yeah, we're only semi-serious idiots.
If there's one thing I'm not, it's serious.
Why
you
so serious,
serious?
Meta?
Yeah, and then so it also is going to introduce, when the full game drops, 2 new Elder Dragons, which Elder Dragons are like their end-to-end game content boss fights.
Raid
that
boss.
You really need pretty much. You need to try to pull a 4-person team if you can to hunt them type deal.
All I'm hearing is that I just need to suplex a dragon, is what you're trying to tell me right now.
Yep.
Only they had a monk class.
If only. Oh god, if I could suplex beasts in this game, I would do it.
They really need a fist weapon. Just
It's so great. I would love to just punch the snout of like a creature.
the 2 Elder Dragons that they're introducing, the Ner Gigante and the Zora Magdaros, which that one's name actually translates to Scorching Mountain Dragon, and is a
What
key
language?
part of the it's actually going to be a core part of the story, from what I understand. And it in this game they're actually stories, but this one's really pushing a narrative for all the missions. So I'm interested in seeing what they're going to be doing.
Yeah,
with that.
the backstory is you're the 5th wave of
people to explore
hunters
and-
to go to this continent.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Team lead was a veteran from the first wave.
Yeah, they wanted it to be more than, I think, because all the other stories are like, go to this village, hunt these monsters, go to this
Yeah,
village.
it's very
pretty much.
not really a story. So
This one's going to have actual voice acting, but there will be an
wow.
option that you can turn it to the nonsensical voices
Yeah, the
from the
gibberish.
previous games.
Yeah.
Wyvernine or something they called it, I think, is the option that it's labeled under.
interesting.
And the Ner Gigante very much looks like an upgraded version of the Diabolos. You want to see it? So I'm excited.
Gigante. He is legend.
But yeah, it's the other thing that's, because they're pushing it to be more of a narrative deal. Your character is going to be featured in a lot of cutscenes now, and sharing the same
sweet.
clothing. Yeah, that's it right there. Yep.
He looks like Ormondal in dragon form.
It's just Diablos from Diablos. That's what everyone said when it came out or revealed.
So yeah, really looking forward to this. The beta is going to be fun.
Yep. We're gonna try and record this and put it on YouTube. So if you eventually want to watch us be goofs and get killed a lot and try to beat the first boss, and it'd probably take us like 2 hours. And here you go. We'll have more information about that soon.
Very positive on our abilities there.
Oh yeah.